research your topic. This is one of the most labor-intensive speeches of the 10 speeches in our manual, because it's more than just being up here and being dynamic and using great gestures, and it's all about researching. And if you're like me, researching is not very easy. But you did an excellent job. You pulled in several different sources, and we were able to learn a lot. So did this speech apply to everyone? What do you guys think? Yeah? Exactly. And you tested that theory out in the beginning by having us say, were we frustrated? But you use the how many of you test. How many of you are frustrated with gas prices? And if you walked up to someone in the hallway and you said, how many of you are frustrated with gas prices? They would look around like, what are you talking about? So whenever you're doing one of those kind of polling questions, a tip that Craig Valentine taught us is that you should say, if you're frustrated with gas prices, raise your hand. Aren't you frustrated with gas prices? That kind of question makes it feel like you're just talking directly to one of us, like I would have felt like you were talking to me then. So that's just a specific tip that you can use. I loved all the humor. You brought up the props. You made us all laugh. We were laughing a lot. And then you told us your personal story about how you were turning and you got into an accident. Now, one thing you can add to your next speech that you do is elaborate on that personal story. I know Sunitha did this last week, right? She told her story about how she was falling on her teacher, right? An instructor. Well, what you can do whenever you have a personal story is really get into it. Say, I was sitting there in the car and this guy slammed into me. So you could add a lot of gestures, because that's one thing I didn't see a lot of in your speech. If you add more gestures and elaborate on that story, we've really been sucked into it. We're like, yeah, I'm never taking a left turn again. I'm going to drive 50 miles out of my way to get there, rather than making so that personal story was a really good opportunity that you could have taken advantage of. I loved your points. They were very clear. You cited sources and used a lot of vocal variety. So great job, and can't wait for your next one.